So, without further ado, we like to make sure this is a global event, so we've got something very special. We had some Chinese speakers yesterday. Today, we've gone to Korea, so we're bringing Korea to Rome, so that's quite exciting. So we'll have a woo for that, come on. Woo. So, not only that, we've got a special surprise at the end of this session as well, which I'm not going to give away, but to take us through this next session, please welcome to the stage Normandy Madden, who is commercializing brands for smart cities. Yes!
Okay, thank you. Yeah, we do have a very fun session today. We have two speakers from Korea. We have Q Lee, who's the CEO and producer of Kino 33 Entertainment. Before that, he spent 10 years as an executive at Sony Pictures in LA. And he's at the forefront of sort of globalizing the K-pop movement. Then we also have Lisa, who is a bona fide K-pop star, who's going to be here as well. So if I could please welcome them to the stage. So thank you for being here.
How are you?
Q, it's good to see you again.
Good to see you too.
Yeah.
Hi, everybody.
So let's start with just sort of familiarizing the audience here about how K-pop works, how the stars and brands are created, because this doesn't happen by accident. Korea, even with government support, has kind of created a formula, sort of in a soft power sort of way to kind of raise Korea's influence in the world, and it's been extremely effective. But it didn't happen by accident. So can you walk us through what the strategy is?
Well, you know, I think K-pop kind of became a genre in itself kind of by chance. It's really not K-pop, it's pop, but it's just Korean. So I think that's why it's called K-pop.
Mm-hmm. And we're not talking about just music here, right? It's also films, and
absolutely.
Series, drama series.
Anything that's Korean oriented, they just put a K in front of. So K-food, or K-drama, or K-movies, or K-pop, I guess, is something that was made up by very extraordinary people, I guess, that decided that it was really special. But if you ask any foreigner what pop is, any music executive or music related person, if you ask them what K-pop is, they'll just say it's pop. Mm-hmm. It's just Korean. But over the past 10 years, which is not very long, K-pop has been something that's been very in the forefront for some strange reason. It has a little bit of addiction to it that makes people want to listen to it over and over again. And it's become a brand in Asia because they've been very useful in Korean dramas and Korean movies. Music videos are made very intellectually, so people have this urge to want to watch it more and more. And because so much attention is put on a lot of this content, media sponsors and products are more apt to promote their products in a lot of, Korean-driven entertainment. Which we'll probably talk a little bit more about.
Yeah, well, we'll get to the brands, but can you just sort of summarize what the strategy is in terms of how a star is created, or a band?
It's no different from any other culture, but Asians are a little bit more apt to be perfectionists. So they raise their stars or their talent like military. They lock them in a room and make them play piano till their fingers, fall off. They'll have them in this training facility for a good 6-7 years before they decide they want to debut them in a group or as a solo artist. So if you watch a lot of K-pop groups or idol groups, you'll see that they're very choreographed. They're very perfected, and sometimes it's a good thing, and sometimes it's a not so good thing because you can't bring out the natural essence of music. But it's been working in Korea for many, many years, and from that foundation, that perfection, then if they're given another chance to be a solo artist or go out to be whatever they want to be, then they have a little bit more of an opportunity to show a little bit more organic presentation.
So 6 or 7 years, that doesn't happen in the US. I'm thinking they don't incubate bands for years. Okay. So Lisa, can we get your perspective on this? Can you talk about your journey being on the military side of this?
I did that military thing for 3-4 years before I started making my album, and I made a debut in 2003, which is 13 years ago. And yeah, it's been great, sometimes really tough, but I'm loving it, and I must say I really am glad that this whole K-pop thing is just so much bigger now. Yeah, yeah.
So it's been a good experience.
Yeah,
Okay.
great experience. Well, sometimes it's really tough because, you know, this is like, there's so many singers coming out every day, like maybe like 15 to 20 groups a day, you know, new like bands or like singers, they come out every day. So it is kind of very, you know, a lot of competitions going on. So it is kind of tough, but yeah.
Okay. So back in 2012, there was a video out, Psy's Gangnam Style video, which was the highest, most viewed video in YouTube history then, and still is, or is at least number 2?
I believe so, that
But
it still is now.
Still number 1.
Yeah.
Is it a pretty fair guess that everyone in this
whole,
room
yes.
has seen Gangnam Style or knows the music? What you may not know is that Q is one of the people, perhaps the key person, who made that happen. So can you talk a little bit about your experience with Psy and that song and video and how it became an unbelievable phenomenon?
Sure. Long story short, 2012, July 15th, there was YG Entertainment and Psy had released a video called Gangnam Style. And at the time, it wasn't too much of a hit. But for whatever reason, it started getting a little bit more viral within Korea. And then I have a good friend of mine in Los Angeles by the name of Scooter Braun, and he is a music manager for an artist by the name of Justin Bieber that I'm sure everybody knows. He had seen the video. He found out that it was a Korean person singing in the video, and the only Korean friend that he had was me. So he had called me and asked me if I would be able to buy the rights to the song so that they could remake it with one of his artists in LA, and I asked him, are you sure you really want to do that? I'd rather have a little bit more fun with it and bring Psy to America and put him on the main stage in the mainstream market and see what he can do with it without changing the song. And he had taken on the risk, and we started doing some promotions through a lot of friends that we all have in our network. Since I'm sure all of you in the media and in the tech business have friends in different companies and in different outlets where you can just make simple phone calls and ask for quick favors. And we did that. We did that with Ellen DeGeneres in LA and with MTV and NBC and all the friends that I've had over the past 20 to 25 years growing up as an assistant at Sony Pictures until now. We all grew up in the same ranks, and now they're producers or writers for different shows, and it just made things a lot easier to traffic. And we woke up the next morning and they were making parodies, and the video was going viral at milliseconds, and all of a sudden the guy that no one knew became a world star. People didn't know what Hyundai or what Samsung was. People thought Samsung was Japanese and Hyundai was Chinese, but they were actually Korean companies. So thanks to Gangnam Style, I think Korean content and Korea as a whole has been known more than just North Korea and kimchi. So I'm pretty happy about that.
Okay. Well, you mentioned brands, so that's a good time to segue into the marketing side of this, because a lot of people in the room are with agencies or brands. And so how should companies be trying to tap into the K-pop phenomenon and work with the music industry to build their own brands through K-pop?
As a music and film producer, I highly encourage all of you that have product or marketing strategies to grow your business, not just in Europe or in America, but also Asia, because it's such a huge market. You have 80% of the world living in China, and a lot of money coming out of there that is actually helping a lot of governments get out of debt in a lot of different countries around the world. I mean, I'm Korean, so I'm being biased as well, but Korean content does so well in China. Korean content does so well in Southeast Asia and even in Japan, which is a huge rival country to Korea, but still love the Korean content. You know, I think we were talking a little bit earlier, there was a Korean drama that did extremely well in China, and all the Christian Dior or the Yves Saint Laurent lipstick just globally was out of stock.
Because the star was
one of the stars was wearing the lipstick, or the shoes, or the chicken and beer that was constantly being eaten in the drama. You know, a huge tourism breakout happened in Korea with Chinese eating all the chicken and beer in China. I mean, in Korea, so we didn't have any chicken and beer left. You know, so small little things like that have been incorporated into a lot of Korean drama and a lot of Korean music and a lot of Korean film, which I'm doing more of these days, that has helped product flourish in not just the Asian market, but in the mainstream market as well. Especially in the UK. You would never think that there's a lot of mania in the UK that actually like Korean content, but there was so much that I've realized over the past couple of years than prior. So it's been pretty exciting.
Okay. And what do you think is next? And what's on the horizon for K-pop going forward? Is there a new trend or a new sort of star or music style coming up?
It's just continually being recycled. You just see new stars, new content, but the base is still the same. You know, things get a little bit more techy, or they get a little bit more flashy, and some stuff is getting a little bit more soulful than they used to be. But the base is still there, and the market for a product is always available for these people to help promote whatever everyone's promoting.
Okay. We only have about 30 seconds left, so as the last question, you mentioned films, and can you talk a little bit about the film you have that's coming out at Cannes, like right now, I think? Like
sure. I
this
mean,
week?
with the excitement and craziness with Gangnam Style, Korea has been a little bit more of a you know, main player in the forefront of entertainment. So I've been trying to take advantage of the door that we've opened through Gangnam Style. One of my specialties is to you know, be able to show what Korea has to offer, what Korean content really is to the mainstream market. And you know, Korea has so much stuff to offer. So I'm trying to bring Korean content into the mainstream market and bring mainstream market into the Korean market. So the next film that I'm working on is called Operation Chromite. I'm an executive producer on the project, and it's a film about the Korean War and the Incheon embarkation, where General MacArthur had gave a secret mission to the UN forces and to the Korean forces to embarkate into Incheon to take back the territory that North Korea and China had conquered. General MacArthur is played by Liam Neeson. It's the first time a Korean Hollywood actor is performing in a Korean film. It releases July 27th in Korea, and sometime probably August throughout the world. So I hope that you guys have a chance to enjoy that film.
Okay, and good luck at the premiere in Cannes.
Thank you very much.
Well.
Appreciate it.
Our time is up, but our special surprise that was mentioned earlier is Lisa is going to perform for us. So this is a very special treat. So, thank you.
술에 취하지 않아도 온종일 난 휘청거려요. 슬픔을 가누지 못해요. 수도 없이 흘러봐도 눈물이 맺질 않아요. 자꾸만 날 타고 흘러요. 이기려고 길을 써도 추억엔 늘 지고 말아요. 버젓이 그대가 살아요. 꺼내 만질 수 없는 가슴 속의 사람, 내 눈길과 발길과 숨결이 닿는 전부 그대겠지만 사랑한단 말 못해, 보고 싶단 말 못해, 다 해줄 수 있을 때 있는 것도 잘 못해, 다른 사랑도 못해, 헤어져야 사랑을 알죠. 내겐 너무 이른 이별이 날 울리죠. 항상 내 옆에 못 박혀 나만 볼 줄 알았었나 봐. 행복이 굳은 살 같아서 봤는데 익숙해서 무지했었나 봐. 내가 이토록 그댈 그리워하게 될 줄 몰랐을 만큼 사랑한단 말 못해, 보고 싶단 말 못해, 다 해줄 수 있을 때 있는 것도 잘 못해, 다른 사랑도 못해, 헤어져야 사랑을 알죠. 이른 이별 나를 울리죠. 또 조르고 보채에 찾은 사랑이라면 뜻어볼 텐데, 매달려 돌릴 맘이면 죽으림 다해 잡을 텐데. 난 그렇게는 못해. No, no, 다시 내게로 또 기다리고 있지만 난 이별을 알죠. 이제 너무 늦은 사랑이 날 울리죠. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you. The first song I sang for you is called 헤어져야 사랑을 알죠. If you translate it, means realizing love after breakup. So that was a song from my second album. It was a title song of mine, a very sad ballad song. Okay, the second song I'm going to be singing for you is a song called Rebecca, and it's in a musical called Rebecca. And this is a German musical, and it was played recently in Korea. And the song is sang by Danvers, character Danvers in the musical. And this Rebecca is the same story as the novel Rebecca, which was written by Dupree du Maurier. So here it is, Rebecca, and hope to see you all soon. Thank you very much. 밤바다의 깊은 신음소리가 저주를 부르고 검은 그림자들이 창문 틈으로 우릴 쳐다봐 문을 잠궈 다 도망쳐 방마다 스며있는 음습한 이 기운 바로 그녀의 긴 그림자 Rebecca
지금 어디 있든 멈출 수 없는 심장 소리 들려와 바람이 부르는 그 노래 레베카 나의 레베카 어서 돌아와 여기 멘돌리로 너의 어떤 말도 다 듣고 있어 조심해 도망쳐 이 집안 모든 것은 다 그녀의 것 배신의 대간 참혹하지 용서는 없어 그녀의 숨이 깃든 여기 저택은 매일 그녀만을 기다려 레베카 지금 어디 있든 멈출 수 없는 심장 소리 들려와 바람이 부르는 그 노래 레베카 나의 레베카 어서 돌아와 여기 멘돌리로 전부 그녀의 것 손댈 생각도 마 그녀 목숨 배신 레베카 지금 어디 있든 멈출 수 없는 심장 소리 들려와 바람이 부르는 그 노래 레베카